Hey, how
There
you
you go,
doing, man?
man. Doing well, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I can't complain. Appreciate you for having me on.
That's what's up, man. Uh, I appreciate you for coming on. Um, and I can tell you, man, the name of my podcast is Millionaire by Morning. And the reason we call it that, because we believe that you can manifest yourself to $1 million if that is what you want to do, you know.
Absolutely.
And a person like yourself, man, I've seen that you filmmaker, writer, director, producer, which means that you work from the front to the back, like any
Yeah,
entrepreneur, starting up has to do. So
right.
that's very admirable. And I wanted to speak with you about it today.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. So if you can tell me a little bit about, how you got started. You say you started with music.
Right. Yeah. So I thought I was gonna be the next Kanye West for a while. So for a good part of my 20s, I don't want to sound old, but a good part of my 20s, man, I pursued music, and it's still a passion of mine. But I pursued music for a while, and you know, um, wanted to do a video, man, and I met someone through a mutual friend who was into film. So he brought me along, and we started shooting this short film. And after that, man, it's just the bug got me. Like I was really interested in writing and acting, and I didn't even start off as wanting to direct, but like you said, you have to do everything, when you first start off. So I started directing, and it felt natural. It was the most natural feeling thing I had ever done in my life. So I didn't turn back after I shot my first short film. Here we are today.
That's what's up, man. And um momentum, that's the number one um recipe to success is momentum.
Right.
And you said that you shot your first one, and then after that one you caught the bug, shot another one, boom. So I was I was watching. I watched both of them, but so do you have I guess a crew that does the basically moves as a unit? Do you have a like your actors, the other people that you work with?
So yeah, no. My crew for the better part of the 3 years, as far as who helped me, has been my brother Greg Keith, who shot up all my films and edited. So he's like a one man wrecking crew. So me and him get together and we kind of tag team on that. As far as actors, and all this is before I just did my recent film, my most recent film, The Drop Spot. But as far as actors, I kind of got a crew, a core together after Meet the Fam, and because I know I can rely on that core, because when you start off on this level, it's hard to find people that's dedicated and that's gonna believe in your vision especially when you haven't put out much work. So Meet the Fam was kind of the seeing to believe, and after that, we just kept our head down and just started knocking out more films. We did 4 short films, like back to back, as fast as you can probably do a short film. We did that from like 18 to 2020.
Okay, all right. So what are some of the hurdles that you face as far as trying to get these short films out, get them produced, get them out in front of people, publicized, and get the word out about them? That whole process.
So I would say, man, number one hurdle is going to be the people you work with. Everyone is not going to be as dedicated as you are, and that's something you have to accept, because they might want to act and they might want to just do it just to be doing something, but for you, this is a dream. You putting thousands of dollars into every project, so ain't no games with me. I'm I'm serious, but at the same time, you might not be able to tell who's really serious about it, when you're working. So sometimes I have people who are dedicated, but there'll be a mix of people who aren't. So they might not be as dedicated as to showing up or promoting, which is a big one, promoting, man, because when you don't have a team, a promotion team like that, the people you work with pretty much is a team. You need them to share, you need them to tell people about the project. So as many eyes on it as possible, it can be seen. So that's a hurdle. And also just, before I shot this feature length film, the short films, it was kind of a struggle for a while to get people to, just be interested, in the whole process. Acting is a long process. Is sometimes you will shoot for 24 hours or 16 hours in a day. Not 24, but you might have 16. We might shoot all day Saturday, and then we might get back up and do it again Sunday. So if you're not getting a big check for this, or if acting isn't your dream, you might feel like, well, I got something to do. You know what I'm saying? Or so I don't, feel like doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't signed up for all that. So, it's definitely a struggle to find the right core of people, the right group of people, and then, continue on just working and grinding and finding people who believe in it.
Definitely, man. It actually sounds exactly like the rap game. You got people that I was in a rap group, ran a record label. You have people that seen a video, can write a nice 16, and that's what they want to do. But the video shoot, you there all day in the hot sun. You got to do 5, 6, 7, 8 takes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the part that people don't see, and run into.
Yeah, you seen the finished product, man. I'm like, when I'm, right now the trailer is out. We selling tickets right now for the premiere, and people is, hey man, next time you doing a movie, let me know, or and no offense to people in general, man, but it's like, look at it from my perspective. Why should I hit you up personally the next time I'm doing a film? You know what I'm saying? That's not how that works. If you want to be in a film, if you want to act, then that means you need to look out for it the next time I'm doing auditions. Then inquire about that. But I'm not gonna remember the man personally hit you up. Not unless you like, somebody who is able to pull that card. Somebody who is established in the acting world and like, hey, I want to work with you, man. Let me know, if you run across something. But if you just somebody I was, went to high school with, and, used to be funny back in the day, I'm not going to be like, yeah, let me go get, John from back then and put him in his movie, So
just off GP. Nah, I totally get it, man. That's at any given time, man. You've seen so many times that, and like I say, man, the name of this podcast, and I truly believe it, and Millionaire by Morning, is because if you continue doing what it is that you do, it's that one time. It's all the grinding, it's the late night hours, and it's all of that. But it's also, you get a phone call one day and somebody say, hey man, I want to buy everything. I want it all. I'm gonna pay you this much. So that's basically how it works. You just gotta believe, plant those seeds and put the grind in. So
I definitely believe in that, man. I believe in the energy you putting out. And like I said, for years, man, we was just doing what we love to do, putting out films, not worrying about the money. To date, I'll put thousands of dollars in my projects that I haven't seen back. I couldn't worry about that though. What I was worrying about is showing and proving that, I can actually do this, and that, is worth in my work. And just things coming, from the universe, man. Before the pandemic got bad, I shot The Drop Spot as a short film. So we got to get that out before the pandemic. Just got real bad, man, and it was a blessing, because if we'd have waited, 1 or 2 months later, we wouldn't have been able to get that project out.
Right.
And who knows where, whatever leave us now. But because I was able to do that, that led to a bigger opportunity to shoot it as a feature length. And now, people are going to be able to see, the kind of work I've been doing on a way bigger platform and a way bigger opportunity to showcase that. So it really is about just, man, not worrying about, a lot of people like to worry about, am I getting paid now? Is this is going to be a check now? And it's like, man, you really worried about the small money when
Yeah.
really, if you, like you said, if you grind and if you do your thing, man, you can be a millionaire by morning. So that really is like a true, statement or a true belief, because I completely believe that it won't be long before, I will be where I want to be, what I'm saying, in this industry, and able to provide opportunities and do that on a grand, level.
Right. Hey, man, at this moment in time, things are crazy out here, but at this moment in time, if you want to make some money and if you want to fulfill your dreams, like as far as artistic and, on the microphone or behind the film or whatever, now's the time to do it, because you got this right here that will allow anybody, like, you literally have a studio. I remember
Mm-hmm.
going to studios where before you even get in there, you done spent $20,000 just for equipment that's going to make you sound proper.
Right.
Now we're in a time to where you can record on your phone and people won't even judge you for it.
Mm.
They are okay with rough drafts. You know what I'm saying? And it just gets better. All you have to do is start. You know what I'm saying? And I really commend you for that, because you are literally sitting down and writing. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the promotion goes and the platforms, tell us a little bit about that. What platforms are you currently hosting on?
So right now the drop spot, man, is we are working out, as far as like the distribution behind it. We don't have anyone per se right now that secured that. But the people I'm working with, shout out to Marcus Bailey. Um, the people I'm working with are very familiar with this process, and the putting the films on streaming platforms. So eventually it would be on platforms like Amazon, Tubi, Vudu, things like that, to where people can go on and stream the film. And right now we're kind of in the premiere process to where we're, showing the people locally, especially the people who've been rocking with us since, 2018 when we started, and even DeMarcus when he started, I believe around the same time doing films. That fan base can come out and see the film in the theaters, just like, the industries. First it goes to the movies and then it goes to the streaming platforms. So same way here, but just, on a smaller level for right now. So, but the Dallas is been good, man, and been wonderful. We sold out our 4 p.m. showtime already, and we're on the way to selling out our 7 p.m. showtime on November 28th. So, his things are really good right now in that department.
So do you already have the full feature out, or is that what you're showing right now?
Yeah, yeah. So at the premiere, this is my first feature length film. It's called The Drop Spot, and it's going to be shown on November 28th.
So I watched it on YouTube. That's the short film, right?
That's the short film version, right? So that
Okay.
version is the version that I had sent to the Marcus Bailey, and we came together and reshot it as a feature length film. So
Okay.
now it's a lot more detail in that film. Just overall, just what you're supposed to do, make it better when you get a chance to reshoot it. So we
So
got different.
is um so is that how it plays out? Is you have the short film, but as far as the feature film, do you rewrite and reshoot the whole entire thing, or explain that to me? How
Yeah,
that
I
works?
did. I did. So some people like to just expand on their short film as far as like adding to it. But me, I'm very I'm a perfectionist. So off top, when I released the Drop Spot short film version, I knew it was things I could do better. So,
Okay.
when the opportunity come up, because sometimes you don't usually get that opportunity. Like if you do a song and you already did, you don't really want to go back and redo it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times because that's something you already did. But when it comes to making a short film or feature, now you can put a lot more detail in it. Now you can make it better. Now those things that you saw as mistakes, you can improve upon when you redo it. So, I told him, I was like, yeah, man, I would love to do it, but I do want to reshoot it. And because it was in a short film version, I had to expand on it and write a feature length version of it. So yeah, we reshot it, and it's a way longer script. It was my first feature length script, so it was like, at first it was like, oh man, what I'm gonna do? But sometimes, man, it's foolish to doubt yourself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And, that's pretty much all that was. It's just I should have just been like, this is nothing. And, it really was. It wasn't. It was a joy to do and to redo, and I'm excited for people to see the film.
So let me ask you this: within that process, as I guess an example, Tyler Perry says that he writes each and every last one of his shows. Do you see that as a tedious process, or is it something like a rap artist been rapping since the '90s, just can go in there and bust out a 16 or bust out a full song?
I definitely think it's like that, man. I'm early in my writing, so but when you have a calling to do something, man, or when you feel that you're born to do something, things do come a lot easier to you than it might to other folks. So for me, right now, being at the level I am, just doing my first feature, it's hard to imagine him writing all those shows, and all those episodes because that's a lot. Like Tyler Perry does a lot of content. But if you got to a level where you've been doing this for 20, 30 years, you might set up a structure or set up a process to where it's easy as possible, what I'm saying, for you to come up with content. And he may write everything himself, but to me, it's hard to believe that he may not have like just some people he can bounce ideas off of,
Yeah.
or some people who can, be in a room and say, what if we did this? So, and that's fine because, everybody needs help. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're doing content at the magnitude that he's doing it. So, I definitely think, you might get to a level to where you just knocking them out. I definitely feel like I can knock out films right now. It wouldn't be on a level that he's doing it as far as the frequency and the quantity, but I definitely can understand how you can probably get to a level where it's nothing, just to come up with ideas.
Okay. Okay. I watched it, man. I was rolling, dude. I was rolling, man. It was
Man,
hilarious,
appreciate
man.
it, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man. Is it so those guys that you acting with, you want to shout them out, or are they do they do comedy? Are they actors?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're talking about the short film version, right?
What's that? The
You're talking
short
about the
film?
short film version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in that one, man, that started with my guy Kenny Sosa, who was actually a barber here in Dallas as well, among other things, musician, actor. But shout out to him. Also, Dex Lewis, who's also in the feature length version of the film as Big Black. He's reprising his role. Casey Evans, who is a hilarious comedian, goes by Sticks or KCT. You can catch him doing local sets here in Dallas, all over the place, man. Open up for Eddie Griffin, Carlos Miller, Bruce. So, he's been doing his thing out here. Who else is in that thing? Also, a family member of mine, his name is Kendrick Creighton. He plays JD in there. So he's not back in the feature length version, but he's a personal trainer. He's actor as well, doing his thing out here. So two of those people, like I said, Dace Lewis and Casey, are in the feature length version of the film, which stars Brandon Medlock and Jarek Tucker, who is, you can see him all over Dallas films. And Brandon Medlock is, really popular on TikTok. We got Corey Espy in there, man, who, if you saw Love and Drugs 1 and 2 on the J.L. Bailey films, he's in there. So it's really, man, on this level, you could really look back in 5 years and say, damn, I can't believe all these people is in this film because we
Yeah.
really do have a lot of stars in this film. So it's exciting, man.
That's what, that's what's up, man. With that, let me ask you this: how
Okay.
long have you been in Dallas?
I've lived in Dallas all my life. I was born in Tyler, Texas. Shout out
Okay.
to Rose City. But I've been raised in Dallas. Since like kindergarten.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you this because I know it's talked about a lot in the rap industry. Um, but how do you feel about moving forward as far as entertainment for Dallas? Do you think Dallas will ever be on Atlanta? Will it ever be a hub for entertainment? Will we move forward, make stars here, homegrown?
Absolutely, man. And I hope. I'm not even gonna say I hope, man. I don't mean to sound confident or cocky, but I will be a part of it. A part of making Dallas a mecca for entertainment because we really do have everything. The only thing we don't have right now is the business part, as far as that established. We don't have production companies. We don't have a bunch of labels in the way that Atlanta may have, where you can just walk down the street and be, at either one. But as far as talent, man, it's undeniable. We have so many great black entertainers, actors, writers, directors, comedians, whatever the field is, whatever you're looking for as far as entertainment, Dallas has it. It just takes those few people to break the mold down, man, and have those eyes focused on the city to where now people is like, oh my God, I can't believe y'all been having all this talent.
Yeah.
Because we really do have that, man. I'm witnessing that. Just is amazing to, go to see everything everybody is doing, like, Triple D Revenge. That just came out not too long ago. Shout out everybody involved with that. And you look up and you see all these other films getting made, like um, Wild Woman Trip and Fourth Decisions. There's a bunch of movies, man, just going on, while I'm in the process of doing mine. So that's inspiring to see so much production happening. I'm not very old, but I haven't seen a time in Dallas to where this much was happening and this
Yeah.
much talent was on display.
Well, I related to a time. I remember when Dallas was, and I'm pretty sure you do too. Dallas was on the verge of being like, you know how hip hop moves, rap moves, and it basically goes to a different area. Well,
Mm-hmm.
when it was the Dougie
Mm-hmm.
and Duro
Right.
and all of that time, I
Party
thought,
boys, oh yeah.
yeah.
Or
So
G Spot boys. Yeah. G
yeah,
Spot, yeah.
yeah, man. I thought that was the time, but it kind of died down. But you still have like mainstream, Yellow Beezies
Right.
and stuff like that, which
Right.
is cool because I feel like there always needs to be a spotlight on the city, somebody that's kind of shining, a spotlight on the city. So as far as that's happening, and one of the best things that I think that could possibly happen is a guest feature from somebody that's shining the spotlight or somebody that's major. That's how it happened with businesses. That's how it happened with products. It's the same way with people. So I figure once one person get on, and if you see it a lot in Atlanta and in Houston as well, once one
Right.
person get on, they just pull other people up, and and once Dallas start doing that, man, it's game over. It's like you say, it's so much talent around.
Yeah, man. I definitely feel like there was a chance, and I'm not saying the chance is gone, but you know, Mo three, before he, tragically, was killed, I felt like you had like a three-headed monster with him, Cowboy Freddy and Yellow Beezy at the time. They're all,
Yeah,
popping at the same time, and instead of coming together, it was a lot of division, a lot of fighting, and that was sad to see because it's like if y'all go with that, who knows what that does for all of your careers as well as other artists in Dallas. So we have to, adapt that mentality more that we need to be trying to come together versus fighting, and hopefully that, that is the case going forward. I don't really know about any other beefs or anything like that going on. But hopefully we all just as a collective. In the film world, I'm seeing it. A lot of film artists here in Dallas are networking, showing up to each other's events, working with each other. So as long as we continue to do that, man, and push out this talent and let people know that we're united, you know what I'm saying? Because it's for the city. It's not just for one or two of us. It's for the city. It's for everybody to see how wonderful the city is.
Right, right. And another thing to add to that is major businesses moved to Dallas and North Texas. And
Mm-hmm.
I really think that they should be pressured to be a sponsorship for some of this. You know what I mean? Because nothing moves without entertainment, but
Right.
so they are here for the benefits they get as far as business. So,
Right.
um, they should be able to display one of their products and sponsor. You know what I mean? So it
Right.
would be nice if we could work together or and that could just be me thinking like a marketer because I do marketing. But,
Okay.
that'd be nice for us to be able to connect with them and connect businesses with the entertainment aspect because
Right.
everybody is getting a benefit from it.
Yeah, man. Because a lot of people come to Dallas and get money, but they don't necessarily get money with people in Dallas.
There
You
you
know what I'm
go.
saying? They just come here and use our consumers, our customers, whatever, and come here and be like, thank you, and then they skate. You know what I'm saying? But we have people down here who you can definitely get money with. So that's what I'm saying. It's just about, like you said, just a few kind of breaking that door down to be like, oh, okay. So I didn't know y'all had all that down there. Let's get money together. And yeah, man, like I feel that we have everything needed to become that mecca, become that Atlanta type feel, or that Houston type feel, or wherever else entertainment is, that's known for. I feel like Dallas is right there. We just don't have people necessarily that's seen that yet, but we will. I'm confident we will.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good thing, man. And just everything moves in the time that it's supposed to move. So, you know,
That's facts.
uh, it's like I say, you guys staying consistent. It's a snowball. You went from short film to feature film, so it's happening. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
It's happening.
But
So
it's a
yeah,
grind,
man.
like you said. It's a grind, like you said. And some people, when you don't get the response that you want, because I mean, you have a podcast, and I'm not sure, how many listeners or how many views, but I know that no matter what, where you started to where you at now, it's about being consistent. Because people gravitate towards consistency. They don't want to, latch on to something that's gonna be gone tomorrow. They want to know that you're gonna keep doing this. They want to
Right.
know that you want to keep doing better. So it's the same with the films. If I just did one film and just stopped and then did another film 3 years later, I don't even have that same attention anymore. Because people is like, well, you did a film, that was 20 minutes 3 years ago, but I didn't even know you were still doing that. So it's like, keep being consistent, man. I can say honestly, it's probably the most important thing in anything you're going to do.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely, man. And I follow a guy um, that is he just like the number one sports marketer. And the one thing that he says is once you stop just moving forward, the thing about it is you don't stop once you stop being consistent, it ain't about you even just getting better, but it has stopped your entire momentum because
Right.
we we all have a destiny, right? So basically, once you stop, you just started over instead of
Facts. Right.
that'll be,
Right.
it might have been just another year that it took you to get to
Mm-hmm.
where you need to be, but
Mm-hmm.
instead you start completely over, you know.
Right.
And so yeah, man, just keep pushing. So, man, I just want to say thank you for coming on. So
Absolutely.
tell the people where they can find you, man, on your social medias and contact you.
Okay, yeah, man. So I'm on everything on Kaegan Alazander Blaq, on all my social medias, and also Al Black Film.
Okay. Is that a website?
What, Al Black Films?
Yeah.
No, it should be. And I was getting one made, man, but it went, whatever. But I'm but I'm on the way with another website. I had one, but it went down. So it's not. I don't have a website yet for All Black Films, but I do have a YouTube where you can check out my content as far as all my short films and my comedy special that I did last October. So that's all on YouTube on the Al Black Films, and you can check out all my social media under Al Black Films and Kaegan Alazander Blaq.
Okay. All right, man. I got one last question I want to ask you.
Okay.
Are you approaching this in a Master P type of sense, or are you approaching it in a Kanye type of sense? Meaning, are you pushing out product hard and heavy, or are you pushing out classic product?
Oh no, it's definitely Kanye West, man. Definitely.
Okay.
I believe in detail. I believe in real put together pieces of work. So I want you to see that I took time and effort was put into this when I do put something out. So even if it got to a point where I could only do one film a year because that's how much I wanted it to be, put together, then I would.
Right.
No disrespect to anybody who just wants to put out film, put out anything in a quantitative sense, and not care about detail as much. But I do. I want you to know that this is an Al Black film when you see it because of how I put it together.
Okay. Okay. Righteous, man. All right, man. Much success. And
Thank you,
I'm
brother.
located probably 45 minutes from Dallas. And, I follow you on social media. So the next time I see you doing something, I definitely support, be there, and network and all of the good stuff, man.
Well, yeah, I don't know what you're doing November 28th, man, but and like I said, tickets are moving, but we definitely got premiere this movie. I know it's biased to say it, but it's a really good film. So it'll be worth the 45-minute drive. But we got tickets. We're gonna have a premiere at the Studio Movie Grill, and show the film in Drop Spot. So we'd love for you to come check it out, man. And yeah,
Where do you get tickets for this?
I can send you the link, but for everybody who may see this, it's 5mikefamily.com.
Okay.
Exactly how it sounds. 5mikefamily.com. And you can go to the website. My trailer is on there right now. Shout out my guy Rogers Logic, who was gracious enough to let me put my trailer and sell tickets on his website. But 5mikefamily.com is the website.
Okay. All right, man. All right, man. Thanks a lot, man.
No problem.
I'll let you next time.
Until we millionaires, man. Take care.
For sure.